Sherwin is a former NASA researcher. He worked for 30 years with water recycling, and urine is a big part of it. And now, among other things, you are supporting the Swedish company HydroMars. Yeah. Bring it. And actually, HydroMars gave a seminar here for Keeping Space Center, KTH, a couple of years ago. Very glad how that is developing. But with that, I leave it to you.
Thank you, sir.
The floor is yours.
Okay, as he said, my name is Sherwin Gormley. I'm ex-NASA life support research lead. I've worked with several of the new space startups, to include Bigelow Aerospace and some others. Right now I'm working with HydroMars. We're starting to look into the water side ECLIS, which stands for Environmental Control and Life Support. So with that said, first of all, I always like to say, okay, well, you know, this is an in-depth, deep dive into a specific topic in space science, so why do you care? We'll start with why should we care about ECLIS? First of all, it's required if you want people in space, you absolutely have to have it, and it has to be done well, because believe me, it gets noticed if it's not done well. Also, it's probably the most relevant piece of technology being developed for manned spaceflight for sustainable design and providing, you know, a real immediate payback in terms of Earth's environmental science and engineering here on Earth. You know, like in our system, the water comes in on one side and the water goes out on the other side. That vapor in that membrane is critically important, because in reality, we don't want to see it anywhere else. So it's very much, it's a really good application. Space is actually an excellent application because of microgravity for evaporation, because you can be liquid in, liquid out. So what are the commodities that we're talking about? Well, we've talked a lot about water. We want industrial grade clean water. It's for shielding, it's for air regeneration, it's for fuel and oxidizer production, industrial processes, fuel cells, and drinking. But there's a lot of things you need water for. We need the urine salts.
How much better is this your solution that you're developing in HydroMars? And second side of the question is that what are the current astronauts and scientists perception about drinking recovered urine water, and are they drinking currently?
Oh yeah, they're drinking it currently. There's a lot of pieces to that question. So the question is, first of all, what's the ick factor, is what we call it. You know, whether we're willing to drink the water. And I'm sorry, the other was what's the actual what is the urine processor actually doing right now? Well, the second question I can't ask, because I have to dive deeply into a program, and sometimes I don't feel comfortable with the way in which the data is always presented, okay? However, I would argue that the actual production from the current water processor, urine processor, they state it to be 85%, but that also includes certain flush waters, certain dilution waters. My sense is it's in the low 70s. I would be violently disputed by somebody at Johnson Space Center for saying that, so I have to make that clear in the tape presentation. But I think that the actual numbers being stated are overstated in terms of what percentage of the actual urine water you can recover. And I think the 85% is well above what is actually occurring on ISS right now. Because the laws of thermodynamics are, it doesn't matter how heavy you are as long as you're climbing the same number of stairs.
Okay.
So.
There are no questions in the chat.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, perfect timing.
Thank you.
And once again, I want to thank HydroMars and Shreyana Yanni. Unfortunately, couldn't be here today, but reaching out to us, and then
Yep.
help coming here. We are very thankful for that. It was so
Well, it's a great pleasure.
so thanks again. Let's see you again.